for years now, this team has had a pretty uncommon understanding of the length of a game. And what, again, did you see from this group to go down 15 the way you did and have a really kind of chaotic start to the game and be able to get everything on track within the flow of the 48 minutes?
Yeah, I think we were 3 for our first 19 or something to start the game. So that's hard to keep the game in striking distance. Thought we did a great job fighting back multiple times. That's part of what Indiana does to you with their pace and just the way that they can score in bunches. They create a lot of variance in the game, and so you got to really stay level and keep playing the possession in front of you. I thought we did that multiple times tonight. There was a couple different times where they extended leads against us, and we were able to cut into them. I thought the guys in the second half specifically, we kind of played on our terms in the second half. In the first half, that wasn't the case.
Shea and you have talked about just he's a guy that never settles with his game, with his work ethic. To see him have that three-point shot pay off the way that it did tonight, given the effort and the work that he's put into it, what does that say about him and the team and the way that you guys have attacked that?
Yeah, I mean, first a note on the team. I thought, every one of the 11 guys that played contributed, and I thought we had a couple of very critical stretches there in the third quarter to start the fourth quarter, and had a lot of contributions from a lot of guys. Everybody seemed to make a big play for us tonight that we really needed on a night where we were playing a very hot opponent. With that said, Shea was outstanding tonight. That was a masterpiece. I mean, he was at his own pace the entire night. I thought he moved it out of the early helps and got his teammates activated, but great blend of passing and attacking, great blend of shooting and attacking. He just had total control of the wheel tonight.
Speaking of Shea, he goes 2 for 8 in the first quarter. The rest of the way, I think he only misses one shot. I don't know that you guys teach this, but it felt like when the offense was trying to figure itself out that he just wouldn't snag the game for himself. Did you sort of sense that at times?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Like, did he just snatch the game up himself? He really took it to defense.
No, I think he started 2 for 8, like you mentioned. I think the bigger point with that is just his confidence is completely unwavering, and to Nick's point with the work ethic, I think that's where it comes from. His work and the consistency of his work is a great source of confidence for him. So he never gets rattled by a slow start. He never gets rattled by how he's getting guarded. He just stays incredibly steady and kind of understands what the game's going to be and then plays it. And I thought he did that again tonight and set a great tone for us.
Obviously, I think for much of that game, Hardenstein was on Siakam. You go to Dub on Siakam late. I guess why the change and what you see from that point on?
Well, they're a tough matchup, because they've got scoring at all 5 spots in their starting lineup. Turner's a stretch big that can shoot the ball very well. Siakam, Turner can shoot, and Siakam, kind of bullies smaller matchups. And so the thinking there early was to put hard on Siakam, take away some of the bully ball at least, and make him a jump shooter, and then we can put a guard on Turner and switch and try to take out the catch and shoots, which we were able to do. Siakam got going early. And then down the stretch with the way both of those guys were going, we just thought the switch was more appropriate, and it proved to be effective. But that's the position they put you in. Tonight was a great game for us because they put us in a lot of uncomfortable positions from just their personnel, how fast they play, how well they were playing coming in. They zoned us in the second half. They blitzed us down the stretch. I mean, we had to hit a lot of different pitches tonight, and the guys did a great job.
Mark, just the way that they zoned you a variety of times tonight and mixed that in, what did you like best about the opportunities that you had to pierce it and then play make off of it?
Well, I thought our attacks against the zone were good, and we didn't make shots early. Like, we got some decent shots, and they didn't go in. And sometimes when you're going against zone, that can make you tight. And I thought we just stuck with our attacks, and we've worked really hard on that. We see a lot of zone, we see a lot of blitzing, we see a lot of squeezing, we see a lot of different stuff. So it's great for us when we get squeezed like that. And the guys were just really persistent in the way we attacked it, and eventually got really good cracks against it.
There's a million of these invisible plays, so I know it's hard to single out one specifically, but you find Shea finds Kaysen on a roll as a screener, sets up 2 free throws from Hartenstein. I mean, just the versatility that you can go to in that situation, how unexpected, or I guess how much of a surprise can you maybe throw opposing teams in those situations when you have the personnel you do?
I mean, those are just, it goes back to the attacks. You know, at the end of the day, teams are going to guard you different ways, and you have to be able to react to the defense. And because we have a unique team, we see a lot of different things, and one of them is that, you know, and Halliburton's a guy that usually is up to the level of the screen. We knew he would on that play, but you still have to be able to trust the decision making of the guy in the pocket. And Kaysen made a really nice play there.
Just going back to Shea, I know his post-ups have been a thing in the past. I don't know if we've seen that a ton this year, but he went to it a lot tonight. I guess, what's that process been like in terms of him recognizing the days where he might need that, and is that something you're maybe asking him to do more?
The post-ups are definitely effective, not only in his ability to score, but his ability to draw two and us play out of it. He found some nice passes out of those tonight, and he found his scoring out of those as well. It hasn't been like a featured thing. There's certain things that to start the season we've left on the table a little bit in pursuit of developing some of the other parts of the team and developing some diversity in our attacks. We know that works. But against a team like this where you end up in a pace game, he ends up on an open side quite a bit in transition. He always has the freedom to do that, and he had a nice blend out of the post tonight.
Anybody else? Coach.
Yep, thanks.